I'm here with Jake, and this is KBJJ all day.
Err'day.
Now, we always start off with the weather. What's the weather like out there, Kyle?
It's raining sideways!
Where's your umbrella, Kyle?
Inside out, 2 miles up the road!
Can we get you anything, Kyle?
A sandwich!
What kind of sandwich, Kyle?
A PBJ! Where's Brittany when you need her?
Speaking of sandwiches, this takes us into our first segment, women's rights.
What about women's rights?
So, Brittany, how do you feel about women's rights?
There's more to us than just making sandwiches and staying at home all day.
Err'day. Alright, let's be fair and take a look at the pros and cons of women's rights. First, let's start with the pros. Like all men, women were created equal.
In the 1890s, the new movement argued that they should also have the right because they have different mindsets and can give new ideas to the government.
Women during the Victorian age were viewed as more moral and virtuous than most men, which meant better and more moral laws.
See, you guys, my thoughts and opinions are just as important as yours.
Right. Anyway, let's take a look at my personal favorite, the cons.
Look at them. Women are weak, physically frail. They can't take the stress of voting.
Women are also easily swayed. Their husbands would influence them to vote for who they thought was a good candidate. There's really no point in having women vote, and their opinion isn't actually theirs.
Women have crazy, whacked out hormones and emotions. Their decisions.
Sorry.
Okay. Their decisions wouldn't be logical or rational. If a candidate said, "Oh, I have AIDS," a woman would vote for them because they felt sympathy for them.
Hold up, I'm not so sure about that. Sure, some women are going to vote for people with AIDS out of sympathy, but the so-called cons that you just said are stereotypical.
By the way, don't forget extra peanut butter on my sandwich.
That's it, I've had it!
Jelly all over the place. Come on now. All right.
Brittany!
Hit it.
Fun facts!
Did you know Alice Paul was the leader of the suffragists?
Weren't the suffragists fighting for the women's right to vote?
Thanks to the 19th Amendment, women now have the right to vote.
3.
Britt, did you know that meats and like hot dogs and stuff used to be all nasty with like rat poop all over it?
That's disgusting. What else happened to it?
Well, they were being mixed in with like a whole bunch of other stuff, like human parts. Like people would fall into the evaporator and mix their milk, and they just wouldn't stop the machines and keep them grinding.
Seriously? How'd they fix it?
Well, they reformed it, of course. Now meat has to be carefully examined and packaged and labeled and all that, so we get good quality meat like these hot dogs.
I'm glad we have clean meat now. Thanks to Upton Sinclair's book, The Jungle, we can eat without dying. Dang, this paper towel is terrible.
You should get the Sham Wow.
What's the sham wow?
It's this great napkin thing that pretty much does the same thing as a paper towel, but soaks up more water.
Show me.
It can soak up to 4 times the amount of the paper towel.
Wow! Wow!
Okay. So, Jake, how do you feel about child labor laws?
Well, what about them?
Well, children used to work in factories all day with no time for play or education. They receive poor pay, if any, and they never learn how to read or write.
I have a job that doesn't pay much with no breaks. How is that acceptable?
Well, Josh, the early trade unions proposed state minimum age laws. The age is 14. If you're over 14, it's perfectly acceptable.
But like I said, I do a lot of work and don't get paid much.
Believe it or not, I'm sure you make a good amount of money, Josh. You may not realize it, but you do. Because back then, they made enough to probably buy a piece of candy, if that.
I guess you're right, but what about making time for school and whatnot?
That's part of the law. You have to limit the hours that children under 18 work because they need time to go to school.
Aren't you guys all glad we had child labor laws passed, or we would all be uneducated and stupid?
Like Josh.
Hey!
Alright guys, enough of this. Let's move on to our next segment with Jake.
I can't see it at all.
Alright guys, on to our next segment with Jake.
Alright, today we'll be talking about the race issues and the civil rights movement.
Who is involved in the movement?
John Howard Griffin was a journalist and a specialist on race issues. He was a leading advocate in the civil rights movement. He was born June 16, 1920 in Dallas, Texas.
What was the problem, though?
Blacks were being treated very poorly and wanted change.
How did he fix it?
He wrote a book about the whole issue of the races in America. He also, like I said, was a leading advocate in the civil rights movement.
Is the problem fixed now?
No, there's still disrespect, but it's way better than it was back then.
Is anyone else involved with it?
Well, Martin Luther King was with him, and so was Malcolm X.
Well put, Jake. I guess it's my turn.
Right. On to Brittany's segment about abortion.
Now, this is a very touchy topic, so if you're not comfortable with it, you might want to hit mute now.
The problem with abortion is that 1 out of every 3 pregnancies in the U.S. results in abortion. Abortion divides our countries, our religions, our family, our society, and our politics. It's considered murder by many people.
Well, yeah, but what about it if a woman is raped?
Well, many people consider abortion to be hypocritical in the case of rape because the man who raped her committed a crime just as she is by murdering the baby.
How are people trying to make abortion illegal?
Well, Republicans are turning to abortion as a key issue to rally their base as they attempt to replace the Democrats' health reform law. Republicans are trying to pass an anti-abortion bill. Chris Smith and John Boehner spoke about it, and the government is debating the bill.
How does abortion affect the lives of Americans?
Well, many people are having more abortions than ever. It tears society apart, and families will shun another family member who has an abortion if they believe in it strongly enough.
Who supports abortion and who doesn't?
Well, the generalization of it is that Democrats are pro-choice and Republicans are pro-life. But that's all we have for this segment. Let's go to commercial, and then we'll be back with Josh's review.
Damn!
Can 15 minutes save you 15% or more on car insurance? 2 teens text too much. In this week's episode of The Bachelorette, who will Brittany choose?
Kyle, you're cute and everything, but so is Jake, and I just don't know who I want more.
Brittany, you know I'd do anything for you. Anything.
So would I.
I would do anything better than Jake.
You guys are so stupid. I'm out of here.
Okay.
Please don't go.
I guess we'll figure out who Brittany chooses next week. And we're back. Let's sum everything up. In Kyle's segments, we went over the progressive era reforms like women's rights, the Meat Inspection Act, and child labor laws. Then we went to Jake's segment about race, issues, and the NAACP. Finally, we went to Brittany's segment on abortion. That's all we have for today, folks. Have a KB double J day, all day.
Err'day. I'll get your face.
Yes.
Go.
It's recording already.
It's raining sideways.
Can we do...
Now. A sandwich. Oh my gosh, Brittany, I said hang on.
Do I say anything in this?
Jake, will you just click film? Do it. You just ruined that take.
Brittany, you just ruined that take.
I did not. He talked.
It doesn't matter. You should
I think
stop
it's still filming.
Blooper.
It's still filming.
Film that.
No, Kyle, put the camera down. Turn it off and put it down. Are you rap with me?
No. I don't like rapping.
Are you filming?
Yeah. Kyle. What? That's it for the thing, right?
For what? Yeah, we
should
finished.
eat pizza quick and then, because my aunt's going to be here in 20 minutes. Uh-oh.
I want to rap. Just to finish this night off with a bang. You're so shy, and I'm loving it, Kyle. You're like quicker than a guy with a finger in a guy. Oh. We should probably finish.
We did.
Did we do your editorial?
Yeah.
Oh, I think this thing's filming. I liked him. I liked dancing at homecoming.
Okay. That's really funny. I recorded everything you just said.
Dude, I'm loving this bright orange shirt. I feel good in it.
Oh. Have this.
Are you filming?
No, I'm not filming. I don't think I am. No, I don't think I am. Yeah,
You are right now, I think. Is this on record?
Yeah, he was definitely recording when I said I thought I'd probably have
If it's on record, it's raining outside.
Huh?
I don't know. That didn't make sense. I don't know. I can't tell. Is it blinking?
I don't know. I'm sitting down.
I should learn how to work things before I do projects with them.
You know how to edit and stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.